Hello everybody, welcome back to Ben Trading Cards. We are here in Hilton Garden Inn, and yesterday I was at home and now I'm in a different place. OMG. This is my job. So in Hilton Garden Inn, it's safe. They put like a sticker on the door. It says it's sanitized by Lysol or something like that. So yeah, it's fine. And traveling, I have to just wash my hands with alcohol, something like that, the preventive measures. Anyway, this video is about the cancellations of order of Monarch. So this is cancellations from the LGS store, LGS, and the player itself, the consumer. Okay, because I've heard about 5 people that was either canceled. One was canceled, and the others are they were reduced to a certain number of order. Instead of 4, they were reduced to 1, and instead of 4, they were reduced to 0. So it was canceled. And 2 weeks ago, I read on our Facebook page that there's one person who ordered 40, and then 12 was canceled and he got 28. I'm not sure if he got 28 right now. Okay, so there's so many things. And again, there's also an LGS, local game store, that has I guess his orders were reduced. Okay, reallocations, like they reduced. That's a problem, right? A very big problem of the local gaming store, because the local gaming store or a local game store is directly communicating with the end user, and there are so many customers right there, right? And I don't know how they will explain that to them. That's the problem. Okay, so I want to analyze about why this is happening. Why is this happening to the TCG world? And yeah, I've heard from a drunken guy who smoked 1 stick of marijuana. He said, just heard it, okay, that the distribution of the TCG is like this. There's a manufacturer, all right, and then there is a distributor. After the distributor is the local gaming store. Now, this distributor, just like in Canada, there's one distributor here. I contacted them, and he said that I can't get any Flesh and Blood product unless I have a brick and mortar. Brick and mortars means that is like a building or a room or something that you can have. It's a physical store. Okay, so I told him, all right, I don't know if I can make a brick and mortar. So that's what he told me, because I asked him if I could order Flesh and Blood or other TCG, and he said that. Okay, so that means Canada here, and there's one distributor right here, which is in contact with the manufacturer or Carta Mundi, right? So manufacturer orders, let's say, 100,000 packs for Monarch, for example. I'm not saying it's 100,000, that it's actual. So it's just an example. 100,000 packs, which LSS, Legend Story Studios, had ordered to Carta Mundi to manufacture, and then Carta Mundi distributes it to different distributors of other countries, right? In each country, there are distributors. You can go to FABTCG, and is it FABTCG or Legend Story Studio? You can find it, all the distributors there in each country. Okay, I think US has 2 main distributors. So the manufacturer will distribute it to the Canada, to US, to APAC. So that's how it's distributed on the level of distributors. Then after the distributor, it goes to a local gaming store or brick and mortar, right? So because I can confirm that, because I asked the distributor if I can create I can order him with him a Monarch, or last time it was Crucible of War, but he said you need to have a brick and mortar. So it's confirmed that this goes direct to a brick and mortar store, right? Now, I'm not sure on the LGS side, which is coming from the distributor to the LGS. I'm not sure if this LGS is distributing to an online guys. Okay, there are so many online guys that are selling online stores, right? But I'm sure that this LGS goes direct to the consumer, because I buy to this brick and mortar. I bought some products, so that means it goes to this LGS and it goes to the direct to consumer. But I'm not sure if they are selling as well to online stores, or maybe they treat them as the consumer, and this online stores buys a lot and it goes to different LGS, so it can get a lot of boxes, right? Now, the problem here is, I guess, this is just my guess, which I heard from the drunken guy who smoked one stick of marijuana, and he said that probably this online stores are assuming their allocations. What do you mean by assuming allocations? Let's say they bought 100 boxes of WTR Unlimited last time, or WTR first edition last time. They were able to get the 100. Okay, now Arcane Rising came, and then they were able to order 100 again. The next one is Monarch, right? Monarch. And assuming means that they thought that they can get another 100. So what they did is they did a pre-order. They sent it to the consumers, the players, and they said, hey, we can give you 10, 20, 5 till 100, right? They assume that that's 100. So this is the scenario, right? One scenario. So they assume that it's 100 until this week, when the distributor said, hey guys, I can't give you 100. I can't give you 100. We are only limited to 50. OMG. See? So if you are the online store guy, or the small LGS, it's local game store. Yeah, the small brick and mortar stores. And then you heard this news. See? So this is a scenario, yeah? And what happens here is that you have to explain to your customers. This is very difficult, you know? But you need to be honest, right? You need to be honest that this is what happened, and give them proof that it's really the truth. Like, you can give them the message from the distributor, or the email from the distributor, like a snapshot, right? So that's the first scenario. And well, the only crisis management to do that is to talk to your customers, talk to them honestly, right? Now, next scenario is, we have the LGS, and then we have the consumers right here, and there are online stores right here, right? Okay, so these online stores can buy boxes and boxes of boxes here in the LGS. But sometimes the LGS, the big guys, will tell you to pay them 30 days, because you need to swipe your credit card, right? 30 days. Or else, of course, credit cards, it will give you like interest, right? So before they bought the order, they will ask their patrons or their subscribers or whatever, right? they will ask their consumers, okay? So this online store will ask a pre-order. So they are assuming that they can get 50. Okay, let's say if they really get the 50, so they will get the money from this people, the consumers, the players. Then this is what they do. They will order to the LGS, and after that, so the LGS will reserve something, right? And then this one will use those money from all the consumers, okay, and will pay to the LGS, and he has no money. There's no money from him. It's from the money from all the guys, the players. Now this is the second scenario, which is, I hope it won't happen, but this is what I analyzed. Or the drunken guy with one stick of marijuana. Now, so if this guy used the money from the consumers, he was able to pay with this LGS, and then the LGS said, okay guys, we have the stock, and the price of Monarch now is 600. 600. Okay, so if I'm the online store, he will find another buyer, right? With jump up, mark up price of 600. Instead of 150, for example, 150 that was on March, then he will sell it at 400. So this is Peter, the player. He will get, Peter get 4 boxes of Monarch. He will get 1 from Peter, and he will sell to another guy with 400, okay? And then he will tell Peter, hey Peter, we have reallocations, you can only have 3. See, that is a scenario which is, I hope it doesn't happen, right? But that's what I think of. Maybe it's happening, right? Comment down below if you know that it's happening, because I've read one guy, he said his allocations was reduced, but he saw the LGS was selling at a higher price. Oh, I don't know what's the logic in there. You canceled the order of that consumer, your Patreon, your subscriber, and then you're selling to another players with a higher price. So that's why I was thinking, hey, maybe that the drunken guy who smoked 1 marijuana was right. Yeah, he's right. So his logic is right. So yeah, that's the 2 scenarios. Those are the 2 scenarios that might had happened during this time, okay? Or I don't think the manufacturer or LSS or Legend Story Studios reduced the number of printing, right? Because if they said, if it happened, they should have told us, like they should have put an article there that, hey guys, we reduced the number of monarchs. No, they did not tell us. So that means it's from, and also the distributor won't sell more than what's the actual printing, right? If I'm the distributor, I won't scratch my reputation, right? I won't hurt my reputation just doing that, selling more than what is an actual, right? And it's illegal, you know. Now, I guess what happened is in between the LGS and local online stores, or I don't know, maybe, yeah, there, in around there, not from the distributor itself, the main distributor of a country. So that's what I was thinking, because yeah, that's also what the drunken guy with 1 smoke of marijuana was saying. So yeah, it makes sense, but I hope it is not the case, because it's not good, right? So the lesson here, I don't want to tell you the problem only, right? We want to have like a solution. So I think my solution is that you should not order more than what you wanted, okay? On one specific store. Because this store, if you have so many, for example, you have 8, okay, you have 8, and they see you, oh, it's 8, I guess this one is, he's only he's an individual, not a local gaming store or an online store. So I can, so the second scenario, he will say that I can reduce this, I will remove 4 from him, and I'll just, well, it's just a statement. I will tell him that, hey, you can only have 4. And I will remove 4 and then sell it to others, right? So this is what's the solution for this. So for the kingdom, maybe what you can do is order what you need, and if you are a YouTuber, a Patreon like me, so if I ever will offer something to my Patreon, I will just count whatever my Patreon that I have, then I will keep some for myself, for my collections. Then that's a good order, and I will order from because here in Canada, as far as I experienced, I was given a limit. Okay, one LGS store gave me a limit of 2, one gave me a limit of 4. Okay, so there's nothing I can do, right? I want to have more because I want to give or offer to my patrons last time, but I can't do that. I can't do that. So anyway, that's what I think the solution is. If you have a solution, comment down below. Let's talk about it, because that's the only thing that I can think of, because to eliminate this kind of problem, or we, number 2 solution, we can, I just think of it right now. So we can go to the biggest local gaming store. I guess they won't screw us up. Yeah, I guess, and I hope not, right? Because they're the biggest local gaming store, and you will order a big amount of big numbers of boxes there, and then you can also order to your small gaming store in your near your area, right? There's some pops and how do you call it, brick and mortars there, small brick and mortar stores. Yeah, so that's what my solution is. All right, so be happy, and we have to think about the solution, right? Because it's happening. I don't think it's gonna change, because it's Pokemon, not Magic, because Magic is a bit too printed in oblivion, right? But Pokemon, I've heard that Pokemon is also have the same or similar issue with the distributions. I've watched some LGS YouTuber, and he was talking about that, and they have a problem with the distribution. So it's not just Flesh and Blood, and also from maybe from other TCGs as well. I'm not sure, but what I know is Pokemon. Yeah. So what you can do is, this is a solution. Just order what you need and order more on the LGS store, because they have a bigger limit. And then you can also order to the gaming store, the small ones. Okay, so yeah, I hope you learned from me, guys, and from the drunken guy with the one smoke of marijuana. So I hope you learned from us, and thank you very much. This is an entertainment channel, so I hope you enjoyed my channel, and please like the button right here and subscribe. Okay, I'm waiting. All right, so like and subscribe, guys. Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye bye.